Hey guys, I'm just gonna give this a couple minutes, let everybody join. I'm also gonna check my connections and make sure it's working properly. So bear with me for a moment. Yeah, seems good. Okay. Um, Look, I just want to hop on here. I know I got a few requests. A few people have reached out. They've been struggling a little bit with lead generation, and so I want to share with you my thoughts, the way I do things, and different perspectives of how you can go about it. The best way you're going to find out is to test it yourself, right? Because it's got to adapt to your personality so that it works for you. Obviously, there's various ways to go about it and how to do it. So we'll dive into that as we wait for some more folks to hop on. I also want to share with you guys today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Might do this live. I got to figure out the situation at the Starbucks and see how it's going to work. However, write this down. So at 4 p.m. today, 4 to 6, I'll be at 611 Berlin Cross Keys Road, Sicklerville, New Jersey, 08081. Again, that's today, 4 to 6 p.m., 611 Berlin Cross Keys Road, Sicklerville, New Jersey. So what's the point of it? I'm going to go over whatever deals, situations, problems, questions that you guys have that you're working on and help you solve them. That is entirely the whole premise for that meetup tonight. I don't have anything to pitch to you. I don't have a course. I don't have anything to sell to you. Just come get your questions answered, whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're dealing with. I just want to be helpful. And you're probably wondering, like, well, what am I going to get in return? Well, hopefully I get the opportunity to work with you guys. We can partner up on deals. We can solve problems together and make a community out of this where we're uplifting and helping people. And I was just thinking about this. So the first 5 people that show up, okay, the first 5 people that show up, introduce themselves to me, and then get your names, contact information written down with my office manager. I will help you get your first deal done. Yeah, that's right. So if you're not on this live right now, you're completely missing what I just offered. First 5 people that show up tonight, I will single-handedly help you get your first deal done. We'll hop on Zoom calls. We'll work through the problems that you're going through. Whatever it is, from A to Z, I will get you to the finish line to help you close your first deal. And if you're in the middle of your first deal, so be it. I'll help you there as well. So the first 5 people that come, you got full access to me for my help. So let's dive in. So today I wanted to touch base on lead generation, right? So let me, I have my notes, so let me just pull it up here. Here we go. So lead generation. First part, how to get prospects into your pipeline. All right, so essentially that boils down to marketing. What methodology are you going to use? How you're going to go about it so that your pipeline, your lead flow stays abundant, so to say. So there's two trains of thought. One is going wide, which is essentially casting a wide net. So let's say I'll just pick a list just for discussion purposes. So let's say you get a list of foreclosure, okay? So you get a list of foreclosure from the county, public records, wherever the case may be. And again, if you come tonight, I'll dive very deep into that for you guys. So let's say you get this foreclosure list. Now, with that foreclosure list, you can essentially do cold calling. You can do mailers, text messages, RVM. RVM stands for ringless voicemail messaging. Now you have to, I'm not an attorney, so this is not legal advice, but you need to look at the legalities of doing those things. There is the proper methodology of how to do it. So take a look at those things. So essentially you get a list. Let's say on the list you got, I don't know, 5,000 people. Now you're just hitting those 5,000 people with your marketing message. And then whatever responses you get, all right, so cold calling would be outbound marketing. So you're reaching out to them. Mailers would be inbound. So essentially you send out a piece of mail and they respond back to your piece of mail. So they're responding to you. So there's outbound and inbound. Outbound is less expensive because you can just cold call. If you don't have funds and you don't want to pay for a dialer, you can just use your cell phone. It's time consuming a little bit, but hey, we're just trying to get you to the first deal. Then the other methodology or the other approach is going deep. Now, here's what I mean by going deep. This is the way I do things, okay? So in that same foreclosure list, you can essentially dig deeper and find the pot of gold is what I like to say. So let's just say the same, I don't know, 1,000 people list that you have. Well, while on the surface level they'll be facing foreclosure, there may be other things going on. Maybe a bankruptcy, maybe a tax lien issues going on, maybe someone passed away. And so those types of prospects are the ones that are going to get you the biggest return on your investment. At this time, your investment being your time. So I take that approach. I go through public records. I buy lists. I have in the past, but it's very rare. I hardly ever buy. All my stuff that I do doesn't cost me anything. In fact, I use my cell phone to do all the marketing, follow-ups, and everything else in between. That's just my methodology. So diving deep. Now, you will likely do less deals per month, but you'll do a larger volume in profit. So all in all, it kind of equals out, so to say. You'll get some crazy home runs out of going deep, because what happens when you go deeper is you start really figuring out what's going on, and you can create great solutions for the homeowner, right? Creating a win-win situation. So those are two different outlooks, right? So you got just casting a wide net, which is surface level, and then going deep, which requires a little bit more analysis, research, which I can certainly help you. So again, the first 5 people that show up tonight at the meetup at Starbucks over on 611 Berlin Cross Keys Road, Sicklerville, New Jersey, 4 to 6, I will personally help you close your first deal. So let's move into the second part that I wanted to touch on, how to win the deal, right? So bear with me here. Okay. So how to win the deal. So now this is all about creating rapport with the owner. The best way to do that is being transparent. There's no reason to hide things. Make your intent known, right? The person, the homeowner, whoever it may be that you're dealing with, understands that, hey, you are also running a business and that you have to provide for yourself, for your family, and that let them know, like, look, I'm just being very transparent. You know, I do have to make some sort of money out of this because, you know, I have to take care of my family. I let all the sellers know that up front. Like, I don't want there to be anything misconstrued or misinterpreted through the process. Now, part of building that rapport is asking the sellers what a winning solution looks like. So, look, we can sit here as knowledgeable people in the real estate space and provide several dozens of solutions, but those solutions just may not work for the homeowner. So when you ask the homeowner, hey, what does the finish line look like for you? Now it allows them to internalize and think like, okay, I'm dealing with XYZ. This is what the finish line looks like. I want to just sell my house and move on, but I'll need a down payment for the next home, right? Now you can create some solutions. Okay, well, what purchase price do I need to buy this at so that I can make a profit? But then it also helps them move to the next phase of their life, like getting another place. So again, to build that rapport, just be transparent. Work with them and continuously follow up. Keep following up, right? That is going to be, if you think that you're just going to get deals the first time you talk to them, look, does it happen? Yes, it does happen. It's not all the time. I can count on my hands. I've probably done 3 deals that way, where the first time I called, literally from the start of the conversation to the end of it, I was signing a sales agreement. So it does happen, but it's not the norm. You're probably following up anywhere between 6, 7, 8 times. Now, after that, it's up to you if you want to keep following up. Me personally, I do, until the situation is at a point where they just say completely no. Right? If they're engaging and they're working and they're just trying to work through the process, just keep following up. Because put yourself in their shoes. They've got a lot on their plate. They're losing their home. They don't know what the next move looks like. They don't know what they're going to get. They have a lot of stress going on in their own personal life. So don't take their emotions or at sometimes hostility as a means or as a personal attack towards you. Just keep working through it. Be a advocate for them. Be in their corner. And believe it or not, in some situations, you will end up getting to the finish line and realize this deal doesn't work for you. And that's okay. See them through. Help them all the way through the process. I've had a few deals that went like that. I helped them all the way through the finish line. And the way just things unfolded, things came up in title, the deal just didn't work for me. However, for someone else, it did. And so we looped them in and solved the problem for the homeowners. So let me recap the 2 things, right? So filling up your pipeline, you can cast a wide net or you can go deep. My personal strategy is I go deep. I'm very transparent. I do not do 30, 40 deals a month. That is not how my business model works. For me, 1 to 3, 1 to 5 deals a month, trust me, it is a game changer. Okay. Lastly, I want to touch on how to systematically do it over and over. So that when you start doing it in your mind, it may just feel like, okay, I just need to do this, this, and this. And what will happen is as you start getting more deals going, your time will start getting stretched. You start getting stretched thin. And so the best way to do this is from the minute you start, document everything that you do. Everything that you do, just document it. Systemize it. I did not do it that way. I completely botched that part of my journey or my process. And now I'm doing that. So my office manager is literally creating an SOP for every activity that we have in the business. Because what started happening is my plate started getting really filled up, and then I had to pick and choose what I should be working on. When in reality, those things that were already going should have kept going. I'll give you an example. Got a bunch of deals going. Right now, we're working on the deals, so the marketing side ended up stopping or slowing down in some cases. And so it made the business up and down, right? And the way to ride that through is to be systemized. If you create good documentations, SOPs, standard operating procedures, then you can hire people in place and replace yourself. so that the business never stops. It's a hard lesson that I learned. We're actually literally in the midst of creating SOPs in the business for everything. Literally.
I didn't get that.
So that is the 3 things that I wanted to go over. Lead generation, all right? How to win the deal, and how to do it over and over systematically. So again, guys, appreciate you for whoever's watched this and whoever will watch this. Remember, the first 5 people to show up tonight, I will personally help walk you to your finish line and get you your first deal. You're going to get all my processes, the way I do things, how I do it, how to follow up, how to go talk to sellers, how to negotiate, how to run comps. I'm going to go over and give you everything. You're going to have full access to me. So again, it's tonight, 4 to 6 at Starbucks over on 611 Berlin Cross Keys Road, New Jersey 08081. I hope to see you there. Come out, come have fun, get your questions answered. I'll see you guys. Take care.